Hi, I'm Liz with Toth Properties, powered by EXP Realty. I'm a residential real estate agent in Raleigh, North Carolina, and today is my real estate market update as of March 14th, 2023. We're going to talk a little bit about what's happened historically over the last few months in the Triangle, what's going on today with sales, and we'll look a little bit at mortgage information, housing inventory, and we'll finish up with whether now is a good time to buy a home or not. So I'm going to share my screen and we'll go ahead and get started. I always like to start with historical data first. We're looking at the average sales price, and this is a one-year trend. And we're looking at the entire Triangle MLS, which is the orange line, the Wake County, which is the blue-green line, and then Durham County, which is the purple line. Wake County and Durham County are counties that I sell a lot in, so I like to keep an eye on what's going on in those particular counties. And for sales price, you can see we really peaked in the sales price in July of 2022, and we just had a gradual decline and then leveled off through the end of the year. And, we didn't see the dramatic drop off that you may read about in the news or, that some other parts of the country might be experiencing. And when we look at overall, when compared to last year, the entire Triangle MLS still is showing an increase in average sales price when compared to last year, up 4.2%. Wake County is around a 3% increase. Durham County is almost a 3% increase as well. Over the last couple months, you can see, we trended, it's kind of a mixed bag here. The counties trended down, but the entire Triangle MLS trended up with average sales price. And then from January into February, the entire Triangle MLS and Wake County trended down. Durham County trended up. Even though our prices, the market has softened, there's less buyer demand because of mortgage rates, we still have not seen a big increase in housing inventory. So ultimately, obviously, rates are going to impact the real estate sales, but inventory also impacts real estate sales, and having low inventory is going to keep the pressure on prices. So when I look at months supply for all three areas, you can see we saw an increase, and we really peaked. If we just look at the entire Triangle MLS, we really peaked in November with a 2.1 month supply of homes available for sale, and we trended down from there. When you look at a 2.1 month supply of homes, that is still a seller's market. So a normal or balanced market is about a 6-month supply. And you can see, I like to look at the trend. So if we go back 10 years and we look at the month supply of homes, the last time we were at about a 6-month supply was in 2014, and that was in the entire Triangle MLS. Both Wake County and Durham County were below that. So you can see we're a long way away from that as of February 2023. Days on market has increased as well. So we've seen, the days on market has creeped up. Housing inventory has gone down. Sales prices have declined a little bit. But we're starting to see the days on market from January to February decline. You can see we were really low, like right around May, June timeframe. We got into that 4 days on the market, 7 days on the market, 9 days on the market. And what that is that's, from the time a home comes on the market until it goes under contract. So the entire Triangle MLS in May of 2022, it was about a week. And then we started to see increasing when the rates went up, and we've increased all the way up to, as of February, around a 30 days on the market in, all three areas, pretty close to about a month on the market. So, being on the market a month is really not a long time. So, still a pretty quick turn when you think about things. When we look at homes available for sale, that has trended down. We peaked really around September, October, but this is, seasonality as well. A lot of people will not put their homes on the market during the holidays. Like, let's either take our home off the market and get through the holidays, or let's wait to put our home on the market until we get into the spring. So, some of this is seasonality. We've seen the homes available for sale trend down since October. And new listings have not trended up from December to January. So that's those folks that are like, hey, we're through the holidays, let's put our home on the market, but relatively flat when you look January to February. So that's what's gone on historically. What's going on today in the real estate market as far as availability? When we look at, and I added in Chatham County here, so Wake, Durham, and Chatham County, active and coming soon. These are homes available for sale. About 2,416 homes are available. And that includes new construction. So if we take new construction out, there's only about 1,200 resale homes available for sale in all three counties. When we look at what's under contract in all three counties, about 3,600 homes. And again, if we take new construction out, it's about almost 1,700 resale homes are currently under contract. These homes will close sometime in the near future. And finally, what do we have closed as of March 14th? In these three counties, 642 sales. And if we take new construction out, it's just over 500 resale homes have closed. So that's what's going on today. And lastly, wanted to share some information from my resource, Keeping Current Matters. It's a great resource for me, helps me stay up to date with what's going on in the real estate market. And I really like this particular information on this slide. This shows you where, it sort of ranks buyer demand. So this goes back to the beginning of the year, and it's through March 2nd. So when we had rates that were around between 6 and 6.5%, it was good buyer demand. If it goes below 6%, that demand ticks up to strong buyer demand. So we were in that good buyer demand bucket, if you will, until about the middle of February, and rates went up to over 6.5% and had been steadily increasing. So that switched demand from good to limited buyer demand. So, mentioned earlier, rates are really going to impact demand, which ultimately impacts real estate sales. Now, if you are a buyer in the market, based on what's happened just recently, and you are looking, I recommend contacting your lender because, I just Googled and a ton of articles came up. This is from yesterday. Based on those couple of bank failures, mortgage rates have come down. So if you are in the market, you're currently working on getting a loan, or you're looking for a home, now is a good time to contact your lender and see what's going on with rates. So that's information on rates. This is about inventory, and this is at a national level. And I like this slide as well. This shows the last 7 Februaries home inventory that's been available for sale. Now, we can't really compare to the pandemic because that was a unique time. So what we like to look at is pre-pandemic levels. So 2017, 18, and 19, because we're kind of coming back to that pre-pandemic levels of sales. But we aren't getting there with inventory. So as of February 2023, you can see where we are about 50% of where we were pre-pandemic in 2017, 18, and 19. So we still have very low inventory levels. And because of that, that will keep pressure on prices. You can see on a national level, all across the country, we saw a decline in inventory. Nationally, home inventory, when we compare month over month, is down 6.1%. In North Carolina, we're down 8.3%. So I wanted to finish up with, and this is a question that I've been getting a lot lately from folks that I talk to, is like, should I buy a home right now? Rates are higher. Does it make sense to purchase a home right now? And I would tell you, it's kind of like, it's hard to time it. It's, kind of like trying to time the stock market. So if you wait for rates to come down, what do you think is going to happen to demand and prices? They're going to go up, and it's going to become more competitive. So I would say now is a great time to purchase a home. And, one of the things is like, should I buy or should I rent? Well, this chart shows rent, and this is on a national level since 1988. The one thing that, you can always guarantee is that your rent is going to go up. So if you're currently renting, you can plan on that rent to always go up. If you purchase a home and you lock in a rate, your housing costs are going to be fixed for the foreseeable future until you move, or if you got an adjustable rate or something like that. But you can count on rent always going up. And we've especially seen rent go up significantly over the last couple of years. So that's one. I would say yes. One, you can't time the housing market. You can't time the stock market either. So I would compare the two. Two, if you're renting, rent is always going to go up. If you purchase, you're going to lock in a payment and it's going to stay consistent. And as rates trend down, you can always refinance and bring that mortgage payment down. And speaking of prices, I mentioned if you wait for rates to come down, buyer demand is going to get stronger. We have low inventory levels. That's going to put prices up. But the other thing to think about is if you purchase or you wait to purchase, this is what experts are projecting are going to happen with home prices over the next few years. So yeah, they're projecting a decline in 2023. Now this is nationally. The National Association of Realtors says that the Triangle, Raleigh, Durham, we're somewhat protected. We're going to outpace the national average. We will see an increase this year. We should see an increase this year in home price appreciation. But this is what's going to happen on a national level. So if you purchase this year, you're ultimately protecting yourself from those home prices getting more expensive and paying more later. So this gives you a really good snapshot of what that future is projected to look like. And the last thing is, buying a home is one of the best ways to build household wealth. So the example used here is if you buy a house for $400,000 this year, based on appreciation and what they're projecting to happen over the next several years, from 2023 to 2028, you could potentially build over $50,000 in homeowner equity. And that's an amazing thing, because once you build that equity, you can do things with that equity. You can, take that money out. You can purchase an investment property. You can, remodel your home. There's a lot of things that you can do with that equity. So this shows you what you could project, what you could potentially get as far as homeowner equity if you purchase today and you watch that investment grow over the next several years. So that is pretty much it for my March real estate market update. If you have questions on the real estate market, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to look at information for your particular neighborhood or the town that you live in the Triangle. If you're interested in the Raleigh-Durham area, feel free to check out my YouTube channel. I have videos about cities, what's going on here, what is there to do in Raleigh. I also have community tours and things like that. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Take care.